Girls do this when flirting with a guy they think is good looking. Leave a like on the video my love, and if you are new to the channel, subscribe to receive new advice. Do this to help the channel continue to grow. Leaving a like is all I ask as a gift. Hey there, it's Pamela Raquel. Have you ever noticed certain behaviors from girls that make you wonder if they're just being friendly or if there's more to it? Today, we're diving into the flirtatious world of attraction, specifically what girls do when they're flirting with a guy they find good looking. We'll explore those little actions and subtle hints that might be easy to miss but speak volumes about her interest in you. Before we go on, if you're curious about improving your dating skills, why not book a free 60-minute strategy call with one of our coaches? Just click the link below. Now, let's get into it. 1. Strategic awkwardness. Now, I know what you're thinking, awkwardness is the last thing you want in a flirty encounter, right? But hear me out, because a little bit of deliberate awkwardness can actually work wonders when it comes to building attraction. You see, when a girl is feeling nervous or unsure around a guy she likes, she might start to exhibit some slightly awkward behaviors. Maybe she'll stumble over her words a bit or accidentally knock over her drink. But here's the thing, these little moments of awkwardness aren't actually mistakes. They're carefully crafted opportunities for you to swoop in and save the day. By creating these small awkward moments, she's giving you the chance to show off your confidence and charm. If you can smoothly recover from a spilled drink or a fumbled sentence, you'll instantly prove that you're the kind of guy who can handle anything that comes his way. Plus, these moments of shared awkwardness create a sense of intimacy and connection between you and her. It's like you're both in on a little secret, and that can be incredibly bonding. So the next time a girl seems to be a little bit awkward around you, don't write her off as a lost cause. Instead, see it as an opportunity to step up and show her what you're made of. 2. Strategic interruptions. This is a technique that women use to create physical contact and build intimacy in a way that feels natural and unforced. Here's how it works. When you're deep in conversation with a girl, she might suddenly interrupt you by touching your arm or shoulder. It's like she's so excited about what you're saying that she just can't help but reach out and make contact. Now, on the surface, this might seem like a purely friendly gesture, but trust me, there's more to it than meets the eye. When a girl interrupts you with a touch, she's sending a clear signal that she's comfortable being physical with you, and that's a big deal when it comes to flirting. Plus, these little interruptions create a sense of intimacy and connection between you and her. It's like she's saying, I'm so into this conversation that I just can't keep my hands to myself. Of course, it's important to read her body language and make sure that she's comfortable with physical contact before you reciprocate. But if she seems open to it, don't be afraid to return the favor with a light touch of your own. 3. Soft gaze lowering. This is a technique that women have been using for centuries to signal their interest and create a sense of intimacy with a potential partner. Here's how it works. When you're talking to a girl, she might suddenly lower her gaze for a moment before looking back up at you through her lashes. It's a subtle move, but it's incredibly powerful. You see, when a girl lowers her gaze like this, it's a sign of vulnerability and submission. She's essentially saying, I trust you enough to take my eyes off of you for a moment, and that's a big deal in the world of flirting. Plus, when she looks back up at you through her lashes, it creates a sense of intimacy and connection. It's like she's inviting you into her world and giving you a glimpse of her true self. Now, it's important to note that not all gaze lowering is created equal. If a girl is constantly looking down or avoiding eye contact altogether, that's probably a sign that she's not interested. But if she's giving you those soft, flirty glances, that's a clear green light to keep the conversation going. 4. Artful ignorance. This is when a girl pretends not to know something in order to give you the opportunity to teach or explain it to her. Now, I know what you're thinking, isn't playing dumb a bit of a turnoff? And sure, if a girl is constantly acting like she doesn't know anything, that can get old fast. But when used sparingly and strategically, artful ignorance can be a powerful flirting tool. You see, when a girl asks you to explain something to her, she's essentially giving you the chance to show off your knowledge and expertise. And let's be real, there's nothing sexier than a man who knows his stuff. Plus, when you're teaching her something new, it creates a sense of intimacy and connection between you. It's like you're letting her into your world and sharing a part of yourself with her. Of course, it's important to make sure that you're not mansplaining or talking down to her. But if you can strike the right balance between confidence and humility, artful ignorance can be a great way to build attraction and keep the conversation flowing. 5. Haptic signaling with objects. Alright, let's talk about a flirting technique that's a little bit more advanced: haptic signaling with objects. This is when a girl uses her hands and the way she interacts with objects to send subtle messages about her interest and attraction. For example, let's say you're out at a bar and you notice a girl playing with her straw in a particularly sensual way. She might be running her fingers up and down the straw, or even putting it in her mouth and biting down gently. This is a clear sign that she's feeling flirty and wants to draw your attention to her lips. Or maybe you're at a restaurant and you notice a girl handling her menu in a delicate, almost sensual way. She might be running her fingers along the edges of the pages or even tracing the words with her fingertips. This is a way of showing you that she's in touch with her senses and knows how to appreciate the finer things in life. Now, it's important to note that not all object play is necessarily flirtatious. Sometimes people just fidget with things when they're nervous or bored. But if you notice a girl consistently using objects in a sensual or suggestive way, that's definitely a sign that she's trying to catch your eye. So the next time you're out and about, pay attention to the way the women around you are interacting with objects. You might just pick up on some subtle cues that could lead to something more. 6. Intentional forgetting. Next up, let's talk about a flirting technique that's both clever and a little bit sneaky: intentional forgetting. This is when a girl accidentally leaves something behind in your presence, like a scarf or a phone, in order to create an excuse to see you again. Now, I know what you're thinking: isn't that a bit manipulative? And sure, if a girl is constantly leaving things behind and expecting you to be her personal lost and found, that's not cool. But when used sparingly and with good intentions, intentional forgetting can be a cute way to keep the conversation going. Think about it: if a girl leaves her scarf at your place, she's essentially giving you a reason to reach out and return it to her. And when you do, you'll have the perfect opportunity to ask her out for coffee or dinner. Plus, intentional forgetting shows that she's thinking about you even when you're not around. It's like she's leaving a little piece of herself behind just to make sure you don't forget about her. Of course, it's important to make sure that you're not reading too much into things. Sometimes people just forget stuff, and it doesn't necessarily mean they're into you. But if you notice a girl consistently leaving things behind in your presence, it's definitely worth paying attention to. 7. Dramatic pauses in speech. Alright, let's talk about one final flirting technique that's sure to leave you intrigued: dramatic pauses in speech. This is when a girl uses strategic pauses and silences in conversation to create a sense of anticipation and tension. Here's how it works: when you're talking to a girl and she's really into you, she might start to slow down her speech and add in some dramatic pauses. It's like she's savoring every word and letting the tension build between you. For example, she might say something like, "I had the most amazing time last night, with you." That pause in the middle is a way of drawing you in and making you hang on her every word. Or maybe she'll ask you a question and then pause for a few seconds before answering it herself. This is a way of creating a sense of intimacy and connection, like you're both in on a secret that no one else knows about. Now, it's important to note that not all pauses are created equal. If a girl is constantly trailing off or seeming unsure of what she wants to say, that's probably a sign of nervousness or disinterest. But if she's using pauses strategically and with confidence, that's a clear sign that she's trying to create a sense of chemistry between you. Well, there you have it, gentlemen: 7 subtle signs that a girl is flirting with you. So what's next for you? Discover what she says when she thinks you're good looking, or learn how to tell if she wants you to ask her out. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more. If you've made it this far, my love, comment below with the word 100% or something else to let me know, to confirm that you've received the knowledge from the video so far. For more interesting topics, subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video and share it later.